FONI KANSALA.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I believe my intervention here would be kind of very short because I virtually don't have anything that is outside what I've been said. But I just want to remind myself and remind members and the general public that we are in a very crucial moment that needs critical thinking to enable us make an informed decision. Therefore, let us hail to the advice that have been given by the medical personnel. That being said, Honorable Speaker, I equally want to commend the Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters because looking at the time they took to review this motion and the time they left the Parliament yesterday, it shows that they are really committed and have interest and passion on what they were doing. If not, they could have shelved it and said we are tired and we are going to retire. But that was not what they did. Instead, they continued working. And I was equally informed that this morning they were here to reconverge, review the write-up to ensure that the report captures all that was discussed. Honorable Speaker, I did engage some health personnel, and what they told me that it's like Gambia, we are in the peak period. Being in the peak period, then it means there should be no room for complacency. Yes, each time we talk, we say only 4 cases. But 4 cases, looking at the population of our country, is a huge number. And what can we do to ensure that the transmission actually is controlled? A lot of information was shared from the ministry to the parliamentarians, and we were trying to use this information to convey it during our engagement with our various constituencies, with our electorates at the constituencies. Here, Honorable Speaker, what I want to say is there are few recommendations from the committee. I guess the report is with the Attorney General together with the Minister of Health. General observations on page 4, bullet points 16 and 17, and page 5, number 18, again page 5, number 20. These are key issues that I really have concern, and I would definitely be interested if during the response to the concerns raised, either the Attorney General or the Minister of Health can shed light on the level of preparedness of the government in implementing the recommendations of the Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters. Again, to wrap it up, Honorable Speaker, there is room for, if need be, which we don't pray for, extension of the period that we may approve. And as a result, I want to join former colleagues who are advocating for the 1-month period. And if need be, the extension can be given. Of course, none of us here is praying for the period of 1 month or even 1 week for us to go beyond it. That's not our wish. But the funniest thing is, it's a pandemic that the world over, there is no cure. There is no vaccine. There is no medicine. That is why we have to be cognizant of that fact. But thank God that the regulations, like other colleagues have cited, I think there is need for the regulations to be properly reviewed, such that any other person or people that will be going out to sensitize the populace would be able to send the right message, because there was confusion, that we must all agree, based on how people understand what the regulations are saying. Interestingly enough, those who were even enforcing it were not au fait with the language of the regulation. So it's very important that I want to appeal to the Attorney General that communities like our communities, there are certain remote communities within our area that is even difficult to listen to the radio, talk less the TV. So please exploit all sorts of information dissemination in the country. That way, the entire country will be at the same wavelength in terms of understanding what is actually going on. So, Honorable Speaker, on that note, I beg to take my seat.
Thank you very much.